hosted by Matt Riches. $1 trillion tickers, watch the market unfold. $1 trillion tickers.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Wherever you're tuning in from around the globe, peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Welcome to the $1 Trillion Tickers broadcast. I'm your host, Matt Riches. It is Thursday, May 14th, 2026. The market is hitting all-time highs in the pre-market. At least SPX was. The Dow Jones is back over 50,000. Nasdaq is still running. We did get some data at 5:30. We'll get into that a little bit later. Before we do, let's lock in the mindset. I deserve to be healthy. I deserve to be happy. I deserve the wealth that I'm building for me and my family. Riches and freedom, they come to our hands. I'm the master of all I command. My learning is limitless. My earnings are too. The more I discover, the more I can do. The stock market is a machine of design, and I have the power to make that wealth mine. I am capable. I am skilled. I am bold. Blessings on the journey as the vision unfolds. All right. The market is opening near record highs. Buyers are showing strength before the bell. SPX hit a fresh all-time high in the pre-market. The Nasdaq 100 hit a fresh all-time high yesterday after market close. The Dow Jones is back over 50,000. So can we continue to go up? I think so, because the Fear and Greed Index is at 64. So we're not even in extreme greed yet. So we still got some room to run. All right, when it comes to the data that came out at 5:30 a.m., core retail sales came in aligned with the forecast at 0.7%. Retail sales came in aligned with the forecast at 0.5%. It was just unemployment claims that came in a little bit high. It was forecasted at 205K. It actually came in at 211K. That's a little bit high, but that's not crazy, though. All right, so this does show a little softness in the labor market. And the consumer still looks steady, though. So we'll see what happens. All right. The market's about to open, y'all. Market open, market open, market open. The market is open May 14th, 2026, 6:30 a.m. Yes, we opening at all-time highs, y'all. But before we do that, let me read this Robert Greene Daily Law right quick. Give me about less than a minute, y'all. Title: The Grandiose Leader. Today's law is about stepping back from the people who strive on attention. Robert Greene is describing leaders who build a public image around being one of the people while still chasing power, status, and control. They want attention. They want identification. They want criticism of them to feel like criticism of the entire group. The lesson is to stay observant. Do not get pulled into performance. Analyze the reality underneath the image. In long-term investing, this connects to leadership, branding, and company narratives. A CEO can become the face of a company can become a movement, a stock can become a symbol, but investors still have to ask, is the business actually improving? Are margins expanding? Is revenue growing? Is cash flow real? Is leadership creating value or just attracting attention? Do not invest in the performance. Invest in the execution. For day trading, this law applies directly to market hype. A stock can dominate the conversation. A headline can pull everyone's attention. A move can look powerful just because everyone is watching it, but attention is not confirmation. The chart still has to prove the move. The price has to hold levels. Volume has to support direction. Do not trade the drama, trade the evidence. All right, now let's get on these charts, y'all. Stay patient, stay disciplined. Execution over emotion. Process over prediction. All right, SPY. SPY opened up at an all-time high, and it's at an all-time high right now, y'all. SPY is up 0.32% at 744.70. QQQ is up 0.15% at 715.50. The VIX is still under 18. The VIX is at 1788. Ooh. NVDA hit an all-time high, y'all. NVIDIA is up 2.5% at 231.60, y'all. Google is down almost 1% at 398.67. Apple is down 0.21% at 298.23. Microsoft is down 0.21% at 404.48. Amazon is down 0.16% at 269.65. TSM is up almost 1% at 403.71. AVGO looking very strong in its first candle. It's up over 2% at 425.65. Meta is up over 0.25% at 618.67. Tesla is down 0.15% at 444.44. Samsung hit an all-time high today at 299,500. Walmart is up 0.25% at 131.79. And Berkshire B is up 0.25% at 486.70, y'all. Let's check out some of these market caps of our $1 trillion tickers, y'all. NVIDIA, we've never seen nothing like it, folks. 5.61 trillion, y'all. Just incredible. Just incredible. I do got some news for NVIDIA on why it's running today. Next, Google, 4.8 trillion. Apple, 4.36 trillion. Microsoft, 3 trillion. Amazon, 2.89 trillion. TSM, 2.09 trillion. AVGO, 2.02 trillion. Saudi Aramco, 1.78 trillion. Tesla, 1.66 trillion. Meta, 1.56 trillion. Samsung, 1.31 trillion. Walmart, 1.05 trillion. Berkshire B, 1.04 trillion, y'all. All right, so I got my 8-chart display up here. I got QQQ at the top. Excuse me, I got SPY in the top left-hand corner. To the right, I got QQQ, NVIDIA, Google, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, and TSM.
Hosted by Matt Riches.
All right. Let me read some news right quick. Let me just fix these charts. All right. Actually, let me run some more numbers. SPX. It's up 0.17% at 7,461. The Nasdaq 100 is up 0.10% at 29,460. Oh, the Dow Jones, it broke 50,000 to the downside. It did hit $50,176 though in the pre-market. It's currently at 49,915. The 10-year Treasury note yield, it did hit 4.5 yesterday, but it has since gapped down. Let me go ahead and put this gap on here right quick. There we go. It's currently at 4.44. Gold is at $4,681 an ounce. The gold mini shares trust is at 92.62. AMD is at 439. It's down 1%. Bitcoin is at 79,755. iBit is up to 45.18. Ethereum is at 2,251. BMNR is at $21. Palantir is at 131.10. Robinhood is at 75.93. GLW is at 206. SanDisk is at $1,409. MU is at $7.99. Western Digital is at $4.97. STX is at $823. Drum is at $54.41. CoreWeave is at $111.19. And Nebius is at $214 now. All right, let's check out the sectors. XLK Technology is very close to all-time highs right now. It's at 178.14, which is up almost 0.75%. Next, we got Consumer Discretionary is up almost 0.5% at 119.24. Communication sector is up 1/3% at 117.18. The energy sector is up 0.5% at 57.93. It's going into the gap right now. The financial sector is up 0.75% at 51.37. The healthcare sector is down almost 0.5% at 146.07. Consumer staples is up almost 0.5% at 85.07. The utility sector is up 0.8% at 44.71. The industrial sector is up almost 0.5% at 174.48. The material sector is down 0.25% at 51.93. The real estate sector is at break even at 44.21. All right, let's check out some of these ETFs we like to look at on the show. IWM is up fractionally at 282.98, very close to all-time highs. SPYM hit all-time highs. At 87.74. QQQM hit all-time highs, y'all. SPYG hit all-time highs, y'all. SOXQ is up 1/3% at 94.94. TQQs is up 1% at 78.10. SOXL is at 186.11. Just incredible, y'all. SMH 575. My God. SOXX 529. Goodness gracious. XLG is at all-time highs. At 63.80. The IVE's 30 barely under break even. 36.45. SPYI 53.79. It's at all-time highs, y'all. QQQI. It's at all-time highs, y'all. Alright, let's check out some news now. Alright. There we go. Let me scroll down right quick. Okay. President Trump has invited China's leader Xi Jinping to the White House for a visit in September. So that sounds like it went good. If Trump just went over there for a meeting in May, and he's going to come over here in September. Sounds like the meeting went great. I think that's why the markets are continuing to run. Next, everyone is creating. Oh, excuse me. This is from Unusual Wells. Everyone is cheating their way through college. ChatGPT has unraveled the entire academic project, y'all. So that means the kids are not learning. They're cheating at an all-time high. So the future is in trouble, y'all. The future is in trouble because kids, they will have these degrees, but they won't know the information. I don't know. That don't sound good, y'all. All right, next. This is also from Unusual Wells. 65% of U.S. workers in AI adopting organizations say the technology has improved their personal productivity. Absolutely. Absolutely. How could it not? If you know how to use it. All right, next. Taiwan Semiconductor said it expects the global semiconductor market to be worth more than $1.5 trillion by 2030, up from its prior estimate of $1 trillion. Ooh. That's a $500 billion increase, y'all. Maybe that's why the semis are running like that. I do have some local news that I thought was interesting. The San Leandro police chief charged with hit and run after allegedly sideswiping a car has been placed on administrative leave. The embattled chief on Wednesday denied the allegations. Interesting, y'all. Interesting. Next, another cruise ship has been hit with a sickness outbreak. Looks like there's always a lot of sicknesses going on these cruises, but it's not the hantavirus. This was the Ambassador Cruise Line Ambition ship affected nearly 50 passengers and crew with vomiting, diarrhea, fever, and body aches during a voyage from the UK to France. French authorities imposed a temporary lockdown in Bordeaux after being notified, later lifting it to show asymptomatic passengers to disembark while the ship proceeds to Spain. They say there's no connection to the hantavirus, noting that the norovirus caused most of the 23 cruise ships members' gastrointestinal outbreaks last year, and so far 4 in 2026. So this is a regular occurrence on cruise ships. There's people getting sick. I don't like that. Sure. All right, next. Oh, this was a picture of the Chinese president and all the CEOs that went there yesterday. He said the door to business in China will be open wider, y'all. Here's a little zoom in right there. Man, there ain't no black people in this image. Man, forget this image. Next up. Just that NVDA news that I was talking about earlier. U.S. approves 10 Chinese firms to buy up to 75,000 NVIDIA H200 AI chips during the meeting yesterday, y'all. And that is why NVIDIA is up 3% today, because they're about to sell 75,000 chips. And these chips ain't cheap. Next, Apple bull case 500 question mark. Evercore raised its price target on Apple to 365 from 330 while keeping an outperform rating and setting a bull case target of 500. Analysts Amit Dariani said investors are too focused on short-term iPhone and AI concerns while underestimating Apple's long-term strengths, high margin services growth, premium iPhone demand, including a potential foldable launch, strong execution amid supply chain disruption, aggressive capital returns, major upside in AI monetization. Evercore believes Apple can deliver low to mid-teens EPS and free cash flow growth even with modest AI unit growth driven by higher pricing, services expansion, and future AI opportunities through Apple Intelligence. Ooh. Apple down a little bit so far today. The UAE just said they will be building the first sphere outside of the U.S. and it will be in Abu Dhabi. Y'all know the sphere that's in Vegas? They're about to build one in Abu Dhabi. Next, Ian Dunlap, the master investor, said his IG got hacked and he got it back. So even multimillionaires get their IGs hacked, y'all. Next, Wallow. We got some motivation from Wallow. He said, discipline turns goals into structure. Okay. I like that, Wallow. All right, next. Google, who owns Waymo, just said this. We are expanding in Miami, Austin, Atlanta, Houston, the San Francisco Bay Area up next. We'll soon cover 1,400 square miles across 11 cities, y'all. They've been in Frisco for the longest. All right, next. This is from Polymarket. Business schools are slashing MBA tuition by as much as 50% due to falling demand. Wow. Get a 50% discount, y'all. You want to go to business school? All right, let me run the numbers right quick. All right, we got SPY. SPY pushing all-time highs, y'all. It's up almost 0.5% at 745.80. QQQ pushing all-time highs, y'all. It's up over 0.5% at 719, y'all. The VIX is back at 1801. NVDA hit all-time highs, y'all. New all-time high is 233.27. Google is at 399.65. Is down 0.75%. Apple is down almost 0.25% at 298.33. Microsoft is down 0.5% at 402.94. Amazon is barely under break even at 270. TSM is up almost 3% at 411.49. AVGO is up almost 3% at 429. Meta is barely over break even at 617.04. Tesla is down almost 0.5% at 443.30. Walmart is up almost 0.75% at 132.37. Berkshire B is down 0.33% at 483.70. All right, next, let's get back to the news. Y'all remember Chameleonaire, who came in a rap game? He had a #1 song in the nation called Riding Dirty. Well, y'all wonder why he didn't drop no more songs? Because he started investing in all these tech companies, and he's made way more money than he ever would have made in the rap game. Well, how did he do that? Because he invested in Lyft before they went public. He invested in Ring before Amazon bought it. He invested in SpaceX. He invested in Cruise Animation. And GM bought him for $1 billion. He invested in Adam Shoes, Sienna Sauce, and Fleeting. And one of his biggest wins was Maker Studio. We need Chameleonaire on Earn Your Leisure, y'all. We need a 1-hour Thursday episode with Troy and Rashad sitting down and getting the game from Chameleonaire about how he did it. Or we need Chameleonaire on high-level conversations so he can chop up game with 19 keys and we can get the game that way. Or how about both? Why not? I'm sure you got enough wins that you can spread out the conversation to both platforms. Shout out Chameleonaire, y'all. Legendary. Next. Oh, I thought this was very interesting here. Starting in 2027, the University of Chicago will offer free tuition to undergrad students from families with annual incomes under $250,000 a year. Additionally, students from families earning less than $125,000 a year will receive free tuition, free housing, and free meals, y'all. Man, I might have to go back to school, y'all. I can get free tuition, free housing, and free meals. I don't make $125,000 a year. Can I get 4 years of free room and board? Because I'll go back to school. Go back to school? Shoot. That's phenomenal. If you know any students about to graduate high school, keep this in mind, y'all. Next, this is from Uncle Charles. We ain't heard from Uncle Charles in a while, y'all. He's talking about the Swatch collaboration with Audemars. So he says, when you are a company in this current economy and dealing with a demographic of buyers in their 20s and 30s, not many of them are going to spend their hard-earned money on a $20,000 watch, but they will pay $300 to $500 and wear it proudly to their work and out on weekends. AP knows the game. So he's talking about that collaboration, y'all. What y'all think about these watches, y'all? Would you buy a Audemars Swatch collaboration? I mean, they look alright. They ain't crazy. I don't know if I spent $300 on it. It ain't even crazy like that. I mean, I like that blue. That blue is fire. I'm sure the ladies like that pink. The gold is clean. It's clean. But I spent $300 though. Do I care about Audemars watches? Not at all. It ain't better than my Apple Watch. My Apple Watch does so much. All that does is tell time. But put a watch emoji in the chat if you're gonna buy it. Next. Oh, look at this here, y'all. Look at this video. Okay, I don't need the music. Let me describe it if you're not able to look at the screen. So China has taken the automobile industry by surprise again. So they created a truck. It's not a pickup truck, but like a SUV type truck, kind of like a Range Rover. And it can basically have hydraulic type of movement where it can lift up one wheel at a time in case it needs to drive over a big gap in the road. And I mean, it can lift up the front tire, drive over the gap, then lift up the back tire and drive over the gap. And it's just incredible. So it can ride around with 3 tires on the ground, no problem, in case you ever need to drive over gaps. That is just incredible, y'all. China does it again. China does it again. All right, next. Ooh. So they dropped this when NVIDIA was at 227. Right now, NVIDIA is at 231. And it said, NVIDIA is now worth more than the GDP of every country in the world except the USA and China, y'all. You talk about legendary status right there. Legendary. Generational buys. Generational company. Legendary greatness, y'all. And this thing more than 10x in 4 years. Wow. Shout out to everybody invested in NVIDIA, y'all. Shout out to everybody that got NVIDIA option. Check your account. That thing is money.
Hosted by Matt Riches.
All right. Let's run the numbers again. Let's check out the heat map. What we got on the heat map, y'all? I do see a lot of gray in this heat map. Look at Cisco. Cisco up 12.7%. Wow. Cisco go crazy. Otherwise, I see a lot of gray. Do see a lot of green in finance. Also a lot of gray though. Yeah, it's not too much. Yeah, it's not a crazy green day, but overall, it is green though because SPY's up 1/3%. Q's is up more than 1/3%. So yeah, it's more team effort moving to the upside today, y'all. All right. Let's see if we got any trades. Let's turn on the algo. The market been open for 30 minutes. So let's see if we can get any trades from the algo on the 15-minute chart. Let's see what we got, folks. We got any new signals that printed since the market been open? Okay, we did get a buy signal on the first candle of SPY. Currently down 20 cents from the entry. The entry was 745.42. The stop loss is 743.50. And the take profit is 747.27. As you can see, the second candle came right up to my price that was in price discovery land and it sold off. So that was a perfect price target and price discovery line for SPY. Next, let's check out QQQ. Do we got any signal since the market opened on the 15? Oh, they had the same buy signal on the first 15-minute candle. They're currently down 65 cents. That entry was 718.27. Stop loss 714.22. Take profit is going to be 722.31. Let's check out NVDA next. Same thing. We got a trend going on, y'all. First candle, strong buy. I guess everything gapped up. That's why. That makes sense. Well, we did have the pre-market here, so let me not say that. All right, but NVIDIA had a strong buy on the first candle at 232.31. It's currently down about 10 cents from that entry. The stop loss is 229.30. Take profit is 235.32. I do got this this price discovery line at 233.55, by the way. Next, Google. What do we got on Google, folks? We had a sell back in the pre-market at 2:30 a.m. Nothing while market is open. Oh, Apple, they might have a sell on this. Let's see. Oh, they had a sell in the pre-market. It was close though. They did hit all three take profits off that pre-market sell, but I wanted to sell when the market was open. Microsoft had a sell in the pre-market as well. So I think we keep on seeing the same thing. It's either a sell in the pre-market or it's a buy in the first candle because everything gapped up and it's been pulling back. Yeah, we can skip this. All right. Let's go to some Instagram motivation. How we like to end the show, y'all.
Chase excellence, never chase money. Why? Because money has an incredible way of finding excellence. Did you chase excellence and not money? Do you have the intellectual curiosity to learn everything you can about this incredible industry and master it? Become the smartest person in the room. Have you mastered it?
Damn, bro. What you gonna do with all that money?
Make more money.
Okay, and with that money?
Make more money.
And with that money?
Make more money.
Hey, we at all-time highs, y'all. So what that mean?
Said, go get that bag. Go get that bag. Get that bag. Get that bag. Get that bag. Go get that bag. Get that bag. Go get that bag. Said.
One more time, y'all.
Said, go get that bag. Go get that bag. Get that bag. Get that bag. Get that bag. Go get that bag. Get that bag. Go get that bag.
It don't happen overnight, and there's gonna be moments when it's really, really frustrating, and there's gonna be moments when it's really, really inspiring and empowering. And if you get too high off the highs and too low off the lows, you're gonna take yourself on a ride that's very uncomfortable. I think it's just about being committed to the work and appreciating it, when it's good and not stressing too bad when it's bad, just appreciating the work and staying focused on showing up every day.
And that's what we do here at the $1 Trillion Tickers broadcast. We show up every day. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'm your host, Matt Riches. Check your accounts. Check your pensions, your retirement accounts, your investment accounts, because we are at all-time highs, y'all. I'm sure you'll be happy with what you see. And if you're not, let's put more money into the market. We'll be back tomorrow morning in the pre-market for the pre-market briefing.
$1 tickers. Watch the market unfold. $1 tickers.
I'm gonna just let this play till we get back to peace, blessings, financial freedom.
Peace, blessings,
that is
financial freedom.